Occupy Wall Street protesters in New York City are marching in protest at this hour for what they say was unnecessary force used by police in Oakland last night against protesters there. There are reports of some arrests of New York protesters tonight, though there is no indication how many. The police officers on our screen, they're at the bottom of the screen as you're looking at it now. And in Oakland, for a second night in a row, Occupy Oakland protesters are squaring off with police there to try to take their encampment back. You are looking now at live pictures from Oakland, where hundreds of protesters have returned in defiance after clashes with police last night. This was the scene about 24 hours ago. Police used tear gas and fired beanbags to disperse what they say were crowds of up to 1,000 protesters. More than 100 were arrested. The number of injured is not known, but we do know 2 officers were injured. At least 1 protester, an Iraq war veteran, suffered a fractured skull.
What happened? What happened? You got hit. Shot. What's your name? What's your name?
That's 24-year-old Scott Olson. He served 2 tours in Iraq. Tonight he remains hospitalized, reportedly in stable but critical condition. In Atlanta, police are standing guard to make sure protesters do not re-enter a park they were ejected from this morning. In all, 50 people were arrested there. In Washington, 1 protester took the Occupy Wall Street message to a meeting of the Deficit Reduction Super Committee.
To remind all of our guests that
the public wants you to tax the rich in the wards. They speak to the 99% in the wards and tax the rich.
Joining me now from the site at Occupy Oakland is someone who was hurt in last night's clashes, Tasha Cassini, a college student and Occupy Oakland protester. Thanks for joining me tonight, Tasha.
Hi.
Tasha, can you describe what's going on in Oakland tonight?
Right now?
Yes.
Right now there's a rally at Oscar Grant Plaza. They're holding a general assembly. There's probably 1,500 people here, and we're trying to take back the plaza and take back the space that we built.
And tell me about what happened with the use of the tear gas last night. And were the protesters warned what the police were going to do?
Were they aware?
Yeah, were they warned ahead of time by the police of what the police intended to do?
Yeah. The police chief, who is currently just a temporary police chief because Anthony Batts was quit his job, was giving the orders over, a megaphone, some speaker of some type, that if people did not disperse, they would use chemical weapons because they were in violation of Penal Code 409.
I want you to listen to what the interim police chief said last night after that event.
At that point, we were in a position where we had to deploy gas in order to stop the crowd and people from pelting us with bottles and rocks.
Did you see people throwing bottles and rocks at the police before they used those tactics?
Yeah. Yes, people were doing that.
And what do you think the police response should have been to that?
I think that the use of tear gas, rubber bullets, and flash grenades are a completely inappropriate response to bottles being thrown at police officers who are in full riot gear. So I think that they should have absolutely not used any chemical weapons.
The police say that they didn't use rubber bullets. Can you help us with that dispute, the question of whether rubber bullets was used?
Yeah, we actually had 2 people over here earlier who had found the rubber bullets in the streets. There was big ones and small ones.
Tasha Cassini, protester at Occupy Oakland. I hope you can stay safe there. Thank you very much for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
You can have the last word online at our blog, thelastword.msnbc.com. You can follow my tweets at Lawrence.